This video is, I guess, like my own video diary. Today is Friday, April 4th. A lot of stuff going on, personal stuff, stuff with Chloe, stuff with work, stuff with our country. Just a lot of stuff that makes me feel anxious and scared and lost, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where to start, but I kind of feel like I wanted to make a video just talking about all the things that have been happening recently. Been struggling with my self-esteem, my self-worth, wondering what I'm doing with my life. I'm like 53 years old, going on 54, living in my mom's home. No relationship. Not that that matters. Like, I don't really care about being in a relationship. It's not something that's important to me. But I feel stuck. I feel, like I don't belong. Not that I don't belong. I feel like I don't have a purpose. I'm a mom and I'm a daughter, and my kid needs me and my mom needs me. But I personally don't feel equipped to be the caretaker of either one of them. Like, when I became a mom, I knew being a mom would be hard. It's not something that I wasn't the person that always wanted to be a mom, so, I knew motherhood would be hard, and I knew that there would be a lot of challenges, and I knew that I probably wasn't equipped to be a mom, but I became one, and I feel like I was right. I feel like a failure. I feel like, I never had the skills within me to take care of another person. And I guess I've proven myself right in that, having a lot of problems with my kid, ninth grade, failing all classes, psychological problems, anxiety, depression. He spends a lot of time by himself at home because I'm at work. And then when I'm home, I'm tired, and, I never really created a home because I've been here in my mom's house, and I've never felt like this was my home. So I guess I've always lived in the that uncomfortable middle ground where, you feel like you're in a transitional space. I've felt like this was a transitional space for me when I moved in. I didn't expect to be here for 14, going on 15 years. When I got divorced and I moved in here with Chloe, I thought that I'd spend some time here. My mom would help me watch Chloe while I worked, and then once Chloe got bigger, and I was able to be on my own 2 feet again, then I would move out. But it's weird how things happen because, as time went on and Chloe became bigger and more self sufficient, my mom, her dementia started to present itself, and then she started to decline. And so then I stayed, and trying to take care of both my kid and my mom. I gave up a relationship. I gave up personal fun for myself. I found it difficult to see my friends or go on vacation, because I would have to bring my mom along, and my mom wasn't having any fun when I would go see my friends, or, her confusion would just be so severe while we were on vacation that it was just, a really difficult time. So, I gave up things for myself in order to try to take care of my mom to the best of my ability, which, just became harder and harder. And I also, didn't have the time to invest in my own kid. Like, work all day, come home, have to sit with my mom and be her constant companion because of her confusion. My kids sitting in their room all by themselves. I didn't have the energy to sit with him or try to get him to do his homework or talk to him. And, our relationship has suffered. I don't think he feels very close to me. I don't think he feels a bond with me as his mom. I don't think that he trusts me. And he's suffering because of it, because, I can't be his support person. And over the years, my work is suffering. I'm older. I don't have as good of a memory as I used to have. I don't have the drive that I used to have at work. Like, not that I was like type A personality and like super excited about working, but I used to really enjoy my job. I used to enjoy doing a good job, but when I'm there, I'm just stressed out. Managing 20 people is not fun. And then all the other dynamics that go along with working with other people, and just not being motivated, and forgetting a bunch of things, and being stressed or anxious about what's happening at home, and then being at home and being stressed or anxious about what's happening at work. And just having this awful imposter syndrome, where I just feel like I'm not qualified to be in the position I'm at. And I also didn't really want to be a manager. I never wanted it. Like, my boss has put tremendous faith in me, and I guess saw something in me. Man, maybe I had those skills that she thought I had back before all this stuff started happening. When Chloe was small and when my mom wasn't suffering from dementia. But I don't feel like her faith in me is well placed. I think it's misplaced, and so therefore I fear for my job. And I feel like I should step down. I should ask for a demotion. I should, remove myself from that situation. But gosh, giving up the money from that is just, it's going to be hard, especially with the way things are going with inflation and, freaking Trump's tariffs and what's going to be happening in this country. I don't know. I don't know if I have the skills or the heart to deal with what's going to be happening, what's happening now, what's happening in my personal life, what's happening in the world, what's happening at work. And I feel really down and unhappy and unmotivated and scared. I just don't know what to do. And I've taken some time off of work to try and get some help for Chloe. That's another thing. Like, if I put him in hospital, that's gonna destroy what little trust he has in me. And he's not ready. He doesn't want to do it. He's not mentally accepting of the idea. It's kind of like if you force somebody into rehab. Like, they'll go and they'll be reluctant, but if they're not open to the treatment, is it even going to help? So if I put him in the hospital and destroy his trust in me, and he comes out and hasn't helped, then we're in a worse place than when we began. Because at least now he talks to me. But what if he comes out and he doesn't talk to me? What if he comes out and, does worse stuff? What if he comes out and runs away? What if I don't have the ability to handle that? I can barely handle what's going on now. And I'm just scared. I don't know what to do. I'm worried, scared. I don't know. I just feel like a failure. I feel like I knew better. I feel like I've made so many terrible choices in my life. Like, didn't really think about the future, just kind of fly by the seat of my pants, like just take things as they come instead of plotting where I would go or should go or what my next moves should be, And so now I'm flailing, I guess, just trying to tread water, and I don't feel good about it. And I don't know what to do. I don't really confide in anybody. Like, I don't feel like anybody can help me. Everybody's got their own lives to live. Everybody's got their own problems. Nobody's gonna sit here and go, let me help you. And like, by help, I mean make the decisions for me, because I don't know what to decide. I don't know what to do. I don't know what the best choices are. I don't want to make a mistake, but I don't know if I can continue going the way I'm going either. I'm struggling, and I don't know what to do. And I'm sure people would say, you need to seek therapy, but what is a therapist going to do for me that I don't already know? You can talk to somebody, but if they can't do the things that you need them to do for you, then what's the fucking point? That's just another expense. Anyway, it's early morning on a Friday. I'm feeling sorry for myself, and I just thought I'd record this stupid ass video to commemorate my wallowing in self-pity. Anywho, peace.